Oh, gee. What's up? How's it going? How's it going? I'm just waiting for 20 people to join and then I'm going to start talking. As usual, any questions that you have, you can post them. I will be taking about an hour of my daily or my busy schedule to try to give you a valuable answer. Yeah. So please go ahead and ask your questions. Type them in the chat, and hopefully I can help you in your magical practice. Or I mean, the variety of topics is really not limited. You can spread it out, right? You can spread it out, whatever you want to ask, as long as it's not too private, as long as it is not too um, you know, weird. You can definitely ask it. I'll do my best to give you a good answer. Yeah. For everybody who's new, who's joining now, welcome to this Q&A on magic. You can really ask questions on any topic relating to the occult, ideally, and I'll do my best to give you a good answer. What's up? There goes our king. Welcome, Akira. You mentioned you invoke command or data when dealing with intellectual stuff. Can the same thing also be done to real life people? Like, for example, invoking a famous comedian to be funnier? Yes, absolutely. You can do that. I mean, to an extent, you already do that when you, let's say, read a text. They say reading is thinking with a stranger's brain. And to a large extent, that is true. Even if you listen to an interview, let's say you listen to an interview, you have to simulate what that person's saying. So it has an effect. The shape of your brain, the literal shape of your brain will change as you listen to the person. The same applies to a book that you read that somebody has written, and you can literally invoke any concept, and that concept includes the spirit of people. So yeah, you can do that with personalities. You can do that with literally everything. Commander Data, which is a fictional character. You can do that with superheroes, fictional characters. You can do that with real people, dead or alive. Doesn't matter. Sick, thanks, Frank. Absolutely. See, evocation is quite a evocation and invocation is quite some. It's pretty crazy what you can do with that stuff. You can evoke people that have not been born yet. Yeah, evoke people that are yet to be born from the future, your grandchildren or whatever. Yeah, it's quite phenomenal. Sick. That's right. Yeah. Good. What other questions do we have? Let me see. Somebody seems to be posting here. Just a reaction. Okay, still 7 people. I'm waiting for 20 to be here. Hopefully that number is going to be reached soon. Yeah. Checking in. Let's see. All right. Frank, when we start getting more advanced in magic, is it normal to have almost a shadow or a spirit watch us? If so, what would be the purpose? Um, some people have experienced that before. Um, uh, I mean, that could have many different meanings. I don't know. I really don't know. It's way too. I mean, the possibilities are way too numerous to give you an answer. I don't really know. Some people experience that; they feel a presence. Some people don't. Um, I guess it's up to you to find out. Really, guess you're gonna have to find that out. Okay, is it normal? I mean, I don't think it's out of the ordinary. A lot of people experience it. A lot of people don't. You know. Do you have any insight on? Hold on. Gauge the mage asks, do you have any insight on ways to produce chi and manipulate energy through meditation? Yeah, the best way to manipulate chi is the breath. Really, there are various techniques that you could use to increase the amount of chi that flows through you that you accumulate. Right, the pranayama. Pranayama allows you to accumulate prana out of the environment, and manipulating that chi is really about changing the information surrounding the energy, you could say, really, right? So how is prana or chi programmed? The best way to look at chi and prana that you would accumulate through your pranayama is to see it as neutral energy. It is a raw force that can be used for multiple different purposes. You could create something called a psi ball, right? Where you direct the accumulated energy through your concentration into the area or the space in between your hands. And then you program that with a specific intention. Now, the programming works through your imagination, and the imagination sort of overlaps or overlays the raw force with information and meaning. All right. And then this energy is going to have this purpose that you just programmed into it, is going to work in alignment with that purpose. Is going to cause things to happen in alignment with your intention. Okay, so you could, for instance, manipulate the energy and surround it with energy with the purpose of influencing a certain individual to do what it is that you want it to do. Right? That would be one way to use this method. You could also you know, implant certain thoughts, certain intentions, certain. You could become the impetus for a certain action that that person takes later, right? So it's all about having this raw force, which is the prana that you brought in, accumulate it, and then you program it with sort of like your imagination or your intention serves as an information field around that raw force that then makes the raw force act in a certain way. All right. Aren't you going to London next week? Yes, on the 1st of May. I was supposed to be there today, actually, or yesterday, but I caught COVID, so I had to stay at home for a little bit and recover. Now I'm recovered, COVID is gone, and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be in London from the 1st to 8th of May. Can an imbued object contain two different planetary energies, or should it be just one energy? Well, yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, it can contain two or even more different planetary energies. However, the question is that necessary, and is that actually going to um, lead to a higher likelihood of your intention becoming real? Most likely it won't. Um, you should be able to associate a specific intention or a ritual goal with one planetary energy. Okay. So it's usually unnecessary to have multiple energies combined in one object. It is possible, but it's probably not helpful at all. And it's not going to increase the likelihood of you getting what it is that you want. Speaking of, how do you protect your sigil if you post it online from negative energy? I try to charge mines on Facebook, but it backfired because it collected some energy that was very negative. Well, then you probably shouldn't post it if that is the case. Probably shouldn't post it then. You know, I mean, I post sigils on social media from time to time, yes, but see, negative energy, positive energy. I see attention as energy. It's really, look, if the person doesn't know what the sigil has been created for, how are they going to create negative energy towards the outcome that you're trying to manifest? They don't know. All they got is their attention. Their attention is energy, and the energy is flowing towards the outcome that you sigilize, right? So I would not be too quick in assuming that negative energy backfired. You know, uh, it's probably a different reason. For me, it works where I post a sigil on social media, and the attention and people paying attention to that sigil is additional energy and gives it an additional oomph to manifest. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you for insight. Anytime. Anytime. Okay, 8 people, man. We still don't have 20 people on us. Is it the time of the day? What time is it right now? And in California on the West Coast, it should be 8:30. Yeah. Okay. And on the East Coast, it's 11:30. A lot of people are asleep, probably. Um, but yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. It's better for you guys if there are only 7 people instead of, let's say, 30. It gives you the opportunity to ask more questions. You can ask literally anything as long as it's legal and as long as it's not too weird. We can talk about literally everything. All right. But keep it legal, keep it clean, please. All right. It's important. Still on YouTube. 9 people. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, keep it legal and keep it clean. All right. Keep it legal and keep it clean. Ten people. Yay. 10 people. 9. What's it with this fluctuation? 10 people again. 10 again. 12. Yeah. For those of you who just showed up, those of you who are new to this live stream, you can literally ask any question about any topic here. Ideally, it's going to be related to magic, the occult. But I mean, if you have a different question, if you want my opinion on anything else, please just ask. I'll do my best to give you a good answer. Frank, how do you ever made a sigil to attract? Well, okay, question gone. How many servitors are too many? I currently have 3. Um, I don't think there's an upper limit. You should just be able to feed them. But even if you don't feed them, there's really nothing that's going to happen. I don't think there's an upper limit to how many servitors you can have. Um, the question is, how many of those do you want active, and how many of those do you want to actually have an effect in your life? And at that point, the limiting factor is probably to what extent can you give offerings? To what extent can you keep feeding them? Yeah. That's that's literally in magic. There's only one limiting factor. It's always the amount of energy that you can put into the manifestations, right? And if you can up the ante on that, you become a very very powerful magician. Right? What is this? If someone makes a troll Elon Musk account with his name and picture, and that dude tried to mess with you, and you want to curse him, will the curse affect the actual dude behind or Elon Musk? Well, you are, in order to affect somebody with magic, you have to create a psychic link. So unless you focus on Elon Musk with that psychic link, which is probably not going to allow you to conjure up enough negative emotion to affect that person, to affect Elon Musk, um, you're not going to cause a change in Elon Musk's life. But if you build a psychic link with the person behind that fake profile picture, you're going to affect that person behind the fake profile picture. It's all about your intention. You know, who are you? Who's your attention on? You know, and when I say attention, it's not necessarily the picture. Even if you look at a picture of Elon Musk, it doesn't mean that you necessarily think of Elon Musk, right? Um, Frank, have you ever made a sigil to attract your ideal girlfriend uh, or FWB? I think that's friends with benefits, right? Or did you manifest that? Well, yeah, I've manifested uh, women here and there, but I mean, um, I've done that, but that's not what I do now. I'm like, it's much more exciting to see what the world has to offer. You could say, you know? Look, I mean, have I done that before? Yes, I have done that before. Do I recommend that? I mean, it's really up to you. You know, it's really up to you. uh, Appreciate that, Frank. 2 are active and they are feeding off the energy of others. Okay. Yeah. Mm, yeah. That was a good idea. I remember putting that energy out there. I mean that idea out there a while ago. I think it was my servitor video where I talked about you can actually feed off of your enemies, right? Which is it's still my favorite thing, man. Because you know, enemies should have a purpose, right? Elon Musk probably got magicians on the payroll. His current baby mama used to be into witchcraft. Okay. Frank, good to see you, sir. How's it going, super dude? How's it going? Hello, Frank. Thanks for the great content, brother. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Yeah, please. Anyone who's got questions here, just type them out. I'll do my best to give you good answers. Hopefully, I can help you with your magical practice and um, help you get better results. 14 people, okay. More and more people showing up. Hmm. That's an interesting topic. Elon Musk probably got magicians on the payroll. Well, I think Elon Musk is a magician. Walt Disney is a magician. Jeff Bezos, they're all magicians. Like, think about it. They had an idea or have ideas, and they hold on to that idea so long till it manifests. That's quite powerful. A lot of people don't see that as magic, but it's literally magic. It's like an idea, something that doesn't exist physically. And they hold on to that idea so long until it becomes a physical reality, right? I mean, Jeff Bezos, 20 years ago, or I don't know when he started, 1996, I think. 1996, he came up with the idea of Amazon, right? It was an idea in his head, the everything store, right? And now Amazon, together with a bunch of hedge funds and tech firms, are literally ruling the world, right? I mean, forget about governments. Governments are not powerful anymore. What really runs the show is the, you know, um, tech financial complex, really. You know, tech financial tech complex, really. Right? It's like all those massive companies, the trillion-dollar companies that we all know about, right? And then we got a bunch of hedge funds, um, you know, BlackRock, Blackstone, all of those guys, right? And they come together and they own any government, NGOs, and through NGOs and other things. So that's magic, absolutely. The Illuminati are actually good people, warning people about sin in the world. Illuminati means illumination, which means clarity, like knowledge. All right, thanks. When meditating and trying to shift your consciousness, I always feel it changes. I feel a change and lose it right away, or fall asleep. How do I keep it and control it? Also, what is it? What is a trick to quiet one's mind? When meditating and trying to shift your consciousness, I always feel it changes and again, let me read that again. When meditating and trying to shift your consciousness, I always feel it change and lose it right away or fall asleep. How do I keep it and control it? Also, what is a trick to quiet one's mind? Um, a lot of people have the idea that they're when they're meditating, they're supposed to quiet their mind. I don't believe it's really possible to quiet your mind. What you should aim for is to merge your attention with one thing, one point of concentration, and that creates stillness. All right. Um, so this one pointed focus and merging with the object of concentration, whether that's a mantra, whether that's a mudra, whether that's a psychic link that you're creating, really merging your attention with the object of concentration is the secret to everything. It's the secret to directing energy. It's the secret to changing your state of consciousness and all of these things, right? So focus on that. Focus on having your entire attention on one thing. That is the secret to a trance. That is the secret to spirit contact and manifestation. Yeah. Frank, have you heard the legend about the Kardashians that came from powerful witch that got burned at the stake that granted women in their bloodline beauty, riches, and power, but never love? Well, if so, they really messed up. I don't think the Kardashians are beautiful at all, honestly. I mean, they're not ugly, I guess, but they're way more beautiful women than the Kardashians. So if so, that was a shitty deal. It's so sad women got burned at the stake. Witchcraft is not evil. Female sexuality is not evil. Some men do not know the art of seduction. My boyfriend is a gentleman. That's how he got me. I met a new friend. I met a new friend who said her boyfriend is the same way. Nice. Okay. Both men and women got burned. Yeah. Thanks, Frank. Uh, that is true. Those poor innocent men got burned too. Yeah. Okay. Hmm, interesting. Hello, Mr. Sopax. What does Archangel Michael like as an offering? Ooh, good question, man. Wow, wow. See, it's been so long since I worked with that spirit, but usually incense smoke is good. You know, stuff that you could even use in a church, like um, myrrh. You know, stuff like that. Frankincense. They're wonderful men, and they get some good in the bed anytime they want. Uh-huh. All right. Is there any magical way to make a crying toddler quiet? Apologize. That's a weird question. Just curious now. I don't have experiences with that. Um, can't help you with that. Good evening. How's it going, Organic Black? Witchcraft is truly earth magic, psychological magic, and ancient practices. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that insight. Good evening from the east coast of America, I should say. Yeah, it's pretty late, I guess, on your side of the planet. Thank you. What's a good way to get the creative juices flowing? I need ideas for a particular project. Any spirit you suggest, maybe. I suggest physical movement. You know, when you get the body moving, the blood flows. When the blood flows, the mind flows as well. Okay, so creative juices. They will get activated if you move your body. So I would recommend exercise and really, you don't have to go like to a gym or anything. Just walking around. Go for a walk. You know? Go for a walk. Maybe ride a bike or something. I don't know what you like to do, but literally just walking around is gonna get your mind to work. You know, maybe you got a treadmill. You know, I got a treadmill desk. I like to do that when I'm working. Helps me get the creative juices flowing. Like you said. Would this live stream will be re-uploaded? Even if I keep it up, yeah, most likely I will. When I remote view, there are sigils protecting certain institutions. What are your thoughts on utilizing dragon energy for breaking sigil magic? Um, I'm assuming you're talking about draconian energies. Draconian energies are very powerful, and yes, it's true that they can break they can break a lot of magic up, but these energies are extremely volatile. So only I recommend that you do that, but these energies are very volatile. So make sure that you know what you're doing. Yeah. If you awaken too much of that at once, most people have a lot of problems with awakening the energy because they usually awaken too much at once and they can't handle it. So if you can deal with them and if you can direct them, draconian energy is very powerful. Yes, but it's a very alien current. It's not human at all. I don't even believe that our energy system is built to house draconian energy. Yeah. But I mean, if you trust yourself with that, and if you can do that, yeah, you will get. I'm sure you're going to get good results with that. Um, I love the diversity in witchcraft. You can do it a trillion different ways and you will see results. Even exercise, weight loss, building strength, or healing herbal magic is all ancient practices. Yeah. All the modern medicine is the result of wisdom, and everything that has evolved today has derived from ancient knowledge. I find it fascinating. All right. Um, any ideas for a spell to blind the evil eye of an enemy? To blind the evil eye of an enemy. Um, yeah. Look, when let's break that down. What is that? The evil eye. It's also called malokyo, right? Um, it's essentially an disruptive energy. You could also transfer a spirit into the energy field of the person. All right. So if somebody gives you the evil eye, they're either transferring an energy attack or a spirit into your energy field, and then it disrupts your energy field. Usually at the level of the solar plexus and the energy level or layer connected to the solar plexus, to the Manipura chakra. So to blind the evil eye, it's much easier if you stabilize your own energy field. Yeah. So when the attack happens, make sure that you have the ability to restabilize this area of your energy field. And then the disruption is not going to have an effect. The problem occurs when you don't take care of it, and the disruption in your energy field can keep working and affect the different parts of yourself. Then you have a problem. But as soon as you feel that the energy is working on you and it's disrupting you, then you can clear that out, and at that point the evil eye doesn't take effect. Yeah. Um, I manifested making a healthier friend for myself, and I manifested seeing someone from my past in person. She was an old friend. Cool. Nice. Um, it's interesting because I visualized it and it manifested. When you strengthen your visual skills, you end up manifesting a lot faster. I agree. Especially if you truly have a belief in your abilities, it works better. I agree. Yes. Back then, I was missing my belief in my abilities and in magic. Believe in it deep in your subconscious. Remove limiting beliefs. My clarity on certain knowledge made my nightmares disappear. Very good. I like that. Yes. Um, I have a ton of problems in my solar plexus. Yeah, everybody does, by the way. It's not just you. Everybody. It's the most vulnerable area. This is also the area where most attacks will take place. And it's not just because people are aiming for that, it's because it's a very vulnerable area. Because you got the upper dantian there, upper dantian that distributes energy throughout the entire system. So um, attacks and spirits tend to attach themselves to that area. Have you ever been in a back and forth magical war with another magician? And if so, how did you overcome it? Yeah, multiple magicians actually. Yes. Yeah. How did I overcome that? It is you have to grow to a new level essentially, right? Um, it's literally what energy source can you access? Okay, what energy source can you access? And the access to the energy source depends on what forces you can open yourself up to, right? So if you have a whole bunch of people attacking you, the only thing that will save you is access to a higher energy force that is strong enough to deal with all of those people at the same time. So you, as an individual, got to be able to access a higher energy source than, or a stronger energy source than all of their energy combined. Yeah, and you could use dot for that. For instance, dot is a sapphira on the tree of life, right? And it's also the access point to the Qliphoth. And it also represents chaos, for instance, right? And as chaos, it represents in the sense of Tiamat or primordial chaos, it represents limitless possibilities, right? And when you can access that point in the tree of life, you can call upon literally anything and greater force than, let's say, 20 people attacking you, and you will still win, even though 20 people are trying to cause your demise. Yeah. All right. Um, in regards to religion, I cleared up all the false beliefs, and I no longer dream of demons. And a lot of people struggle with dreaming of demons. Demons are a figment of our imagination. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. They're definitely real. What would be some good advice for the people who are beginner and advancing more in magic, especially those taking 90-day ritual challenge? um, Sign up for it and follow the instructions. That is literally the best advice I could give you. Um, well, thank you so much for that information. Yeah, you're welcome. I never get into magical war with other magicians. I never cast the first spell. I've never been hexed. I have been hexed before, but I turned to my inner divinity and spirit guides, and I am protected now. My spirit guides have been heavily reaching out to me in my dreams. Your spirit guides do exist. Most people don't ever get in contact with them. Keep meditating, keep getting deep sleep, shadow work. Yeah, that's definitely good advice. I agree with almost everything that you said, Moonlight Star Gem, except for what you said about demons. They're definitely real. They're not just figments of the imagination. Uh, Certainly. Yeah. Yeah, keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Um, any other topics that you want to discuss? Any questions that you have? Let me share what I know. Thank you. I want to believe so bad that demons don't exist, but you're right, they do. Hmm. All right. Moonlight Sturgeon. Well, I mean, if it works for you, if it works for you, why not? Like, if you don't want to work with them, if you don't need them in your magical practice, you can ignore them. I guess why not? I'm going to be signing up for your 90-day challenge. That's a good idea. Gosh, they are the creepiest looking thing. Frank, can you talk more about bloodlines and connecting with ancestral DNA? Yeah, bloodlines. Well, I mean, it is definitely true that there's something called like generational karma and all that stuff. So I mean, obviously your family and all that has contains a certain energy signature, and therefore it affects you. There's family karma. There's like um, all kinds of energetic connections, um, and that is part of you. But I don't think that it should define you fully. At least that's my current view on things, right? Um, see, I mean, at the end of the day, all of these things are tendencies, but they're not limitations. Okay, so there are energetic tendencies. There are, just like your horoscope. Just because you have certain factors in your horoscope that would give you the inclination to be, let's say, an introvert, it is not impossible for you to be extroverted. You see, so there are tendencies, but it's not a judgment call. You know, and that's how I see it. How do demons choose who to target and who not to? Uh, who demons choose to target and who not to? Look, I'm at the end of the day, it's about force and power that wants to expand itself, right? Force and power expanding itself, it works by uh, by hijacking the consciousness of another person, similar to ideas too. Okay, ideas. Let's say you have an ideology or a religion out there, right? The ideology or religion is an idea. It's a concept, right? And it wants to expand itself, and it feeds off of the emotional reactions and the emotional engagement of people that they have with this idea or religion, right? So the goal of that thought form is to engage the individual and and get emotional responses out of the individual, right? Um, we see that with ideologies, political parties, and stuff like that, right? They feed off of the emotional investment of the individual. How how does that take place? Well, we got a bunch of psychic centers. Essentially, how is your inner cosmos hijacked? It's through the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the nose. Yeah? All of these things can be used to alter your consciousness, right? If you're exposed to a sequence of symbols, you can be connected, or your inner cosmos can be connected to a thought form. Same with sounds, same with smells, same with tastes. Like you get what I'm saying? So all of these, they're called psychic centers because they allow the change of your psychic cosmos, right? And a demon's not going to do that differently from a religion or an ideology, you know, or any other idea or thought form. You got to be exposed, or they will try to expose you to their symbols, their teachings, or whatever, and through that, your consciousness can be hijacked. You know, if that's what you meant by targeting an individual. Um, do you have an ancestors altar? Yes, I do. Yes, but it's because I deal with the ATRs, and in the ATRs, ancestor worship is very important. So, um, oh yeah, how do I sign up to your 90-day challenge? Um, there is a video. I posted a video recently, a couple days ago, and in the description under the video, there's a link. But in the chat, um, the link has just been posted. Thanks, Wasi. The link has just been posted, so you just click on that. You're going to be able to sign up. If you left your talisman or amulet at home and you went somewhere far away, will it still attract or repel for you? No, no, it won't. The trick is to keep it in your sphere, in your aura. Frank, what that makes a lot of sense. When my sigil backfire, it hit my solar plexus. First, I felt like I was under attack. I used my psychic senses and saw spirits trying to attach to me. Still healing it. Okay. Should we get proficient at the 180-degree gaze before we try to evoke, or should we just continue practicing evocation? Yeah, it's best if you practice these things all at once. Yeah. I love the way our earth is made. I never lost hope on love. Women and men are born to be friends, lovers, and family, and psychic superhumans to guide humanity to peace of mind and survival. The magic is in the earth and the people. All right, thanks. Hey, Frank, have you ever did sun gazing? What are your thoughts on sun gazing or increasing energy and activating psychic centers? Yes, I've done that, but I live in Europe. Okay, it's really we simply don't get enough sun here to do that, to make that part of my regular practice. So it's not enough sun, even if I wanted to. You know. So no, I'm not really into that. Will things like yoga help and heal the solar plexus also? Yes, absolutely. Yoga is one of the best things you can do for your energy body. Absolutely. Yoga is good for literally everything, man. There's probably no downside to practicing yoga at all. Maybe you get a little bit too mellow doing it. You know, that's the that's the only problem that I experience when I do a lot of yoga. It's I get too peaceful. It's hard for me to conjure up any kind of emotion about things because I get completely non-attached. I'm like floating around somewhere, which is not necessarily what you want, really, right? Sometimes you want to be like um, focused and riled up and stuff like that. I have lived in Paris before. Nice, it's a beautiful city. Very beautiful. Paris is a very unique city. It's very beautiful. They say it's a city of love, and not necessarily because the people are so loving, but because it's like you get into a romantic mood just walking the streets of Paris. It's really true. Like it's such the arc. I don't know what it is. The architecture, the energy, the language. Uh, French is a very uh, beautiful language. Um, Why was I able to tell I felt strongly like you lived in like Paris or London or something based on where you walked? It's so beautiful outside. What part of Europe? I live in Germany right now. Uh, uh, do we have a better chance of being protected by angels of certain demons? Do we have a better chance of being protected by angels of certain demons? I don't understand that question. Uh, If you had to choose one for students, would you suggest yoga or martial arts, kung fu or karate? I don't cons- I don't consider karate or kung fu martial arts. I think they're like a dance. A martial art has to increase your ability to protect yourself. None of those do that. Kung fu and karate. Try that shit in real life. You're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble. Uh, all right. Have you ever made evoke a spirit? All right. Have you ever made evoke a spirit or made a servitor you no longer needed, and then the spirit began to harass or follow you in the astral? Not me, but friends have done that. Friends have had problems with that. For me, it never happened like that because I always took precautions. Uh, yeah. I meant or certain demons. We have a better chance of being protected by angels or certain demons. Oh, look, my friend. I don't think any of those and have an interest in protecting you necessarily. I really don't think so. It's not you personally. It's like these are forces that have their own agenda. So In my opinion, it's best if you learn to protect yourself. And as an occultist, you can do that. You're not a religious person that has to call upon spirit X to be protected by it. As an occultist, you understand how magic works and how you can affect things and spirits, and that gives you the opportunity. That gives you the ability to actually protect yourself. Yeah. When casting spells, is it best to set a time frame? No, no. You should aim for getting rid of all emotions in the ritual. But here's the thing, guys. It's 6 a.m. and I should go to bed now. I should rest. Okay. I still hope you got something out of this. I'm sure I'm going to go live pretty soon again. Okay. So watch your notifications. Also, sign up for the 90-day ritual challenge. The link has been posted in this chat. You will also find that link. You will find that link under the video that I posted a couple days ago in the description. You definitely want to be part of this 90-day ritual challenge. I mean, of course, only if you actually want to improve your magic. All right. Good. I hope you got something out of this, and I see you soon. Okay. Be well. Bye bye.